Good afternoon and welcome to video number 4 out of my Nancy Shaw sheep series. The first video that I did had to do with sheep in a Jeep, and I wanted to give students and parents 3 ideas of activities that you could focus on for sheep in a Jeep. And today I'm going to focus on sheep take a hike, and I'm going to give you 3 different activities that you can do with this story. So in Sheep in a Jeep, we focused on word families. We talked about long E spellings, and we talked about the diagraph sh. Today, I wanted to give you 3 different ideas. The first one being rhyme versus word family. So in this book, we have many words that rhyme with each other. Now, a rhyme is defined as something that sounds the same. Okay, so this is an example. Mornings here, it's warm and clear. So the 2 rhyming words here are here and clear. Now, they rhyme, but they're not in a word family because they are not spelled the same. So that is the difference between rhyme and word families. All right, so an example of rhyme would be here and clear. Here and clear. They rhyme, but they are not spelled the same. They sound the same, but they're not spelled the same. Now, the next example would be if you did a word family. Here we have compass, whistles, drinks, and snacks. Go in packs upon their backs. Now, I defined the other day, a word family is when the ending of a group of words are all spelled exactly alike and they sound the same. So, an example of word family would be snacks. In this case, there is an S at the end, which makes it more than one. Packs. Okay, more than one. And backs. So we were able to find 3 words that were in the same word family because they all have the same last name. Just like I explained in video number 2, a word family is kind of like when you have the same last name as your mom and dad. These words all have the same last name, which means that they are in a word family. Okay, so the 2 differences here are these rhyme because they sound the same, but they don't necessarily have to be spelled the same. A word family is when they're all spelled the same and they sound the same. All right? Just so you know, yes, word families rhyme. So they are actually part of this group. I just wanted you to know the difference between a word family and just a regular rhyme. All right, so that's lesson number 1. The second lesson that you can learn from this book is automatopoeia. Now, that's just a fun word to say, automatopoeia. So I tried to underline on-o-mat-o-p-a. All right, so what automatopoeia means, and let me move to this. Automatopoeia is an imitation of a sound. So on page 20 of this book, we have many examples of sound. So we have mosh, gosh, yuck, muck, soggy, blub, blub, glub, glub. That is automatopoeia because it is describing a sound that you make. So, an example of this would be, whoops, my marker's not being nice, but we have blub and glub. Those are words that make a sound. All right, automatopoeia. Say that 3 times fast. And then the third lesson that you could take from this book is compound words. That's 2 words that are separate that are put together to make a new word. So I always say to kids, pretend that 2 words are separate, and that, so in this case, you have home, and word, okay? So you have home and word, and somebody comes and pounds them together, okay, to make one word. So we have home word, we have outdoors. So out is a word by itself, doors is a word by itself, but they pounded them together to make a totally new word, which is outdoors. So you don't put a space in between them. The other one is underbrush, is another example of a compound word in this book. Under and brush are 2 words all by themselves, but somebody pounded them together to make a compound word called underbrush. All right, so 3 lessons from Sheep Take a Hike. Of course, there's many other lessons you could do with this, but I just wanted to keep it to 3 so that our videos weren't 8 days long. So the difference between a rhyming sound and a word family. Number 2 is automatopoeia. And number 3, compound words. I hope that you enjoyed this book and that you're learning lots of things. We'll see you soon. Bye.